If you have other children in your family, having a preterm or sick baby can bring new challenges.
Can you mash it all by yourself? Do you need more milk in that?
Hayley has a baby girl, Lacey, who was born at 30 weeks gestation and is receiving care in a neonatal unit 15 miles away. Hayley also has a toddler and 2 older sons at home. It's the school holidays and Hayley doesn't have a car, so the daily routine is far from easy to manage. She works hard to keep the rest of life on track while making sure she can get to the hospital every day.
Every day is a different day because I don't drive, I don't have my own transport, and I live in a place where the public transport isn't very good, and having 3 kids using public transport is a nightmare. So I try every morning to get a family member or a friend or whatever to give me a run and hopefully pick me back up. But if they drop me off, then that's a bonus anyway. I phone everybody begging every day. Hello Mum, it's Hayley. Can you phone back to see if you'll give me a run this afternoon to the hospital? I have to phone John and see if he'll give us a run because I can't get a hold of Granny. She might phone me back, but... Oh God. Hi John, it's Hayley. My mum said she was going to take me to the hospital, but I can't get a hold of her. Will you be able to take this still? Hi? Oh God. Go and answer the door now. It's a madhouse. See, I was in hospital at that point because I had a wee baby and she's premature, and I'm at the hospital every day, so I probably just not seen the card or whatever.
Oh, can I get a wee signature after you there?
I had no problem.
I'll leave you a card for the phone.
God knows what I've missed now. Right, up the stairs. Right, we'll get all this washed up.
Stacey also has a baby girl, Darcy, receiving care in a neonatal unit, and she has 2 young sons at home.
I think at the start it was quite hard because you were just still trying to figure out yourself what routine you were going to get into, how you were going to do it, who was going to be able to help you. It was just trying to figure all that out. But once I kind of got into a routine of knowing, right, nursery's fine on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday I've got my friends helping me, weekends my family can help out. So once you get into a routine, and it's just being organised.
She's managed to arrange for a friend to look after the boys sometimes, to allow her to have some quiet time with baby Darcy.
I have been able to watch the kids on my days off, and I've been able to take her lifts into the hospital, especially when, shortly after Darcy was born she wasn't able to drive, so I was able to help out that way.
For fathers, life can be equally challenging. When your baby is in hospital, 2 weeks paternity leave doesn't go far. Stacey's husband, Scott, has joined her and Darcy after work. Fortunately, Scott's employers have been flexible.
My work's been pretty good, that instead of doing 2 weeks paternity leave, I agreed to do 4 weeks half days, which suits it so I can come in when Stacey couldn't drive during the section, which was also
that was another difficult thing.
Now she can drive. I'll be back to work and it'll be a bit of a different regime. It will be Stacey's during the day, then I'll come out at night to see Darcy.
The triplets' father, Mark, is back at work full-time as a teacher.
I've done 3 weeks of school. It's not easy, but everyone at school is brilliant. The kids have generally been very good still. But I'm not going to pretend that I've been my usual self, so homework, so I've not been worrying so much about whether I get all their books marked, quite frankly. But I've explained that to them and to my I've just said I'm getting used to a new routine, and until I do, this is how it's got to be.
Mark comes to hospital at night so he can still spend a few hours with the triplets. But this means he and his wife Katrina have little time together.
We don't get to see each other very often. Last night I arrived home from hospital about 7:30, 7:45. So we sat down and had dinner together. Then straight after dinner I expressed my milk, and then Mark left for the hospital. And then when he got he arrived back home at midnight, so 4 hours later, which meant I was expressing again. And then we saw each other for maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and it's time for him to go to bed because he's teaching.
It is very difficult, but very important that parents look after themselves as well. I think the stress that a parent goes through when they have a very sick baby on a neonatal unit is something that nobody can estimate until they actually go through it themselves. Parents need to do the important things, which is to actually occasionally get out, occasionally go for a walk, get some air, sleep, eat, drink. Many of the things that parents don't actually realise they've got to keep on doing. Everybody nowadays has got mobile phones, means of being in contact. Staff can get hold of people very, very quickly if there's any need. And parents should bear in mind that every day they need a little bit of time out, a little bit of self-time, just to try and keep, as I say, keep in touch with a little bit of normality in this rather mad world they've just moved into.